So what's going on, people? It's your boy Nikon Don.
It's Jasmine, Tranai.
And we're back. This is season 2 with his and hers.
Woo! We are back. Did you miss us?
Yeah, did you miss me? Did
Just
you
a little
miss
bit.
me?
Just a little bit.
Nah, but it's been a good little moment since you've seen us.
Right.
How
what was it
your-
like on your break?
On the break, yeah. What'd you do on your break?
Didn't you travel? Didn't you go somewhere?
Oh yeah. I was at Hawaii. Went to Hawaii.
Ooh, how was that?
It was dope. It was got a little story about that, but yeah, it was dope and it was an experience to remember.
You want to give us a quick recap?
Not
of
a
the
good
story?
way, or actually, I'm not going to define it not a good thing because the way I look at it is always a blessing in disguise. So but it was definitely. It took a little minute to get there, let's say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all right, so now I'm gonna just tell y'all, fuck it, right? So now, on the way to Hawaii, right? So, I had to take 3 planes, technically, to get to Hawaii. So, from Raleigh, North Carolina to Detroit to Seattle, and then it was supposed to be from Seattle to Hawaii. So,
right.
But the thing about it is that from the plane from Detroit to Seattle, as you know, I got sickle cell anemia.
Right.
I got a crisis.
Mm-hmm.
So sickle cell crisis, for those who don't know, is like just the most intense amount of pain that you can't even think of. Let's say it like that, because I don't know no pain that compares. I've broken limbs and slept on it. I've broken a leg and went to sleep and worked on it and got up and went to work. You know what I'm saying? Like so
you was in some bad pain.
it's in like a sickle cell crisis, like it's I don't know how to explain. I'll have to take a whole nother episode to explain to y'all the type of. I can't explain the feeling because it's nothing. I've never felt the feeling before other than this. This is the only way I felt this feeling. And I'm pretty sure nobody else has felt a feeling like it. You know what I mean? Because that's how, like, it's its own thing. You know what I'm saying? It's how much is its own thing. Like, you're like, oh, when you break an arm, you know what it feels like to have a broken bone.
Right.
And a broken bone's pain doesn't compare. Just like I'm pretty sure women that go through pregnancies or whatever, or giving birth, they think of the feeling like, yo, this is a feeling you can't explain the feeling. But I'm pretty sure you could explain that feeling because there's other things that happens down there that it's comparable to, it just may be extrapolated. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's an incomparable feeling. Like I'm pretty sure a woman could explain how that feels, like like to give birth. You know what I mean? So just based on that, what's happening when they're giving birth, I don't know. Like, I'm not a woman.
I've never given birth. So
yeah, right. And I don't know because I'm not a woman, right? So it's kind of like I don't know the feelings of what it feels like.
And I don't know either.
To have sex for the first time, I don't know what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like, far as from a woman's perspective. So, but the things that's happening to your body, it's an outward thing. It's a thing that's happening outside, even though it's inside. It's like it's physically happening to you. The thing that is happening to me when I'm having a crisis is a cellular thing. So I can't imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing I can place it with to say it feels like this, but in a way like this too. I don't have an idea. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I only know this is this pain. You know what I mean? But anyway, but it's a type of pain that will cripple you, like literally make your body go numb. It's the type of pain that you will pass out from. I've passed out from this type of pain before. Like, literally just woke up. Like, not I went to sleep. I didn't realize I was asleep. I just woke up. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's your body shutting off. Like, if you ever, I don't know if anybody's ever been through that. Like, there's few people who's been through that. Like, been through so much pain that they pass out. Like, people that get shot do that.
I mean,
people that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they go through shock where their body just cuts off because the brain can't process it so much, and they just shut down. So I've been in that space before with this type of pain, right? So, and the thing about it is that I do very well at hiding it. So that's the thing, right? So this is, just pay attention to me saying that. I do very well at hiding it. Like, people don't notice about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even me telling y'all, this is probably some of y'all first time even hearing me say it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've been like my whole life that way, right? There's cousins and relatives that didn't even know until they see me in the hospital or something, right? So, and Like, I've almost died from it. I've had, like, all that, right? So, peep game. So something that I hide from people, just keep that perspective in mind. Like, that's my mentality about it. Like, nobody sees it. I take care of myself. I do da-da-da. So it's very vulnerable. So even me talking about it, and that's why I'm making jokes of it or making light of it, because it's uncomfortable for me to talk about, even still to this day. So just notice that, right? So this is me being vulnerable with y'all, so just bear with me. Now, that's why it's even taking me a long time to get through it. But anyway, we're going to try to speed it up. So, now, so I don't like anybody seeing me like this, right? And as a kid, I would be the type of kid, I was the type of, not even when I was that young, I was the type of man too, into my adulthood, that I would overcompensate the idea of what it looks like to be weak, right? So transmutation, right? Like, if you know what transmutation means, it's like your internal feelings looks a different way on the outside, right? So my insecurity with looking weak looks like on the outside that I'm strong. You get what I'm saying? Like, so everything I would do outwardly would be like I'm physically strong. So I go, oh, you want me to just lift it? Even though it's heavy to me, or even though it's something heavy, I would go to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to look weak. Or if it's something that would cause strain on me or stress on me, I would do it. Or I overwork. Like, people tell you that work around me. Like, I go up above and beyond. Call it, dude, we did a power shoot. I was in there for 12 hours shooting nonstop. Didn't eat, didn't stop for nothing. Like, I just shot. Right or wrong. So that is a transmutation of how I feel internally about dealing with something that I feel like I'm in a weakened state about. So there's a little gem for y'all, little mental health gem, emotional interpretation for y'all. Y'all, you know, y'all take that with y'all. But this is what we do as human beings. We do that. You know what I'm saying? We'll take something that we feel away internally. We may not know that we're doing it, but on the outside, we're doing something else, and it looks away to other people, right? But they don't know that's coming from this. Like, so that's the truth about why I work so hard, why I hustle so much, why I go so hard. Is because I don't want to look like I'm using it as a crutch or an excuse. And that's the mental, internal feeling of that. You know what I'm saying? But so it looks like on the out, everybody else sees I'm a hustler. Nobody sees that I feel a way about looking weak. You know what I'm saying? They see me be a hustler. So that's transmutation. So now, so take that. That's the type of person I am that I've become because of this.
Right.
So now, I go and I haven't had a crisis in 4 years. That's another thing. I was doing so good, so I haven't been in the hospital. Well, I'm not gonna say I haven't had a crisis. I haven't been in the hospital for 4 years. And Jazz knows me. I don't go to the hospital for the light ones. Like, if I can sleep it off, I'm sleeping it off. You know what I'm saying? If I could just stretch a little bit, it'll go away. I could work through it. She knows that those aren't crises that I'm going to the hospital for. Like, I have a very high threshold of pain. So I only go to the hospital when it's bad. Like, I can't move bad. Like, I'm stuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Legs don't work type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Body can't work, can't function properly. Like, that type of pain is the only time I'm ever asking to go to the hospital or calling the ambulance or doing anything that has to deal with medical attention. Is the only times, right? So this is one of those times. So this type of crises I haven't had in 4 years. That's what I mean by it. So I haven't been in the hospital in 4 years. So I'm in the airport, right? Or I get off the plane from Detroit to Seattle, and I feel it. Like, it's like I can feel the crises coming. It's like, dang, not now. Why I got it? So I'm trying to get in front of it, right? So I always carry medicine on me, my pain medicine. I can get my book bag, get my pain medicine. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't do this. I'm not condoning pill popping, but I popped 2 Percocets, right? It's like they don't even like the milligrams they give me for my pain. They don't sell. Like, they can't give you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I only can get it because it's under doctor. Where every time I go, I have to get. You know, this is a controlled substance, damn near.
Gotcha, it's a high dose.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's a high dose. Is what I'm saying. Right. They, like, so. This is the closest legal amount they give me. So I took 2 of these, right? So, and I was trying to catch it before it got so bad. So I'm trying to numb myself pretty much before I get on this next plane. It's the 3rd plane I had to get on. And so I'm sitting in the airport, right? And I'm trying to wait for it to come. Wait for the pain medicine to kick in. The thing about sickle cell crisis is that it's a vascular problem, right? So peep game, this is just the science behind it. The problem is in my veins. Mm-hmm. So how can this pain medicine probably digest or dissolve and get in my bloodstream to do what it needs to do? Because that's what carries medicine through your body, is your bloodstream. Mm-hmm. The problem I'm having is in my bloodstream. Mm-hmm. Specifically, this moment, it's in my chest. So my heart is not doing the right thing. Like all my lungs and my heart is not doing it properly. Doing what your heart and everything is happening properly. Y'all listening? Your body's doing something a way it's supposed to be doing it. Mm-hmm. Mine's is fucked up at this moment, right? Not in this moment, but in that moment. It's messed up. I'm totally jacked up. So it's not, my heart's not pumping. I can feel the irregularity mm-hmm. in my heart. I said it right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I can feel that going on, like in my body. I'm conscious of those things, right? Mm-hmm. So my heart's not pumping blood properly. The problem of my blood is that my red blood cells are in a sickle state, which they're not carrying oxygen or carrying the things your red blood cells carry through my body properly. Mm-hmm. So the pain medicine is taking crazy long to go through my body. That's the problem. Yeah. So I never received the pain medicine. Like, you know what I'm saying? So because of that's the functionality of sickle cell, like that's what happens. Like that's the actual problem. Mm-hmm. So because of that, I don't get the double dose of pain medicine. I got to deal with the pain. So it never gets through my body. So I sit there, literally, I sit in the first seat so that, this is my thought process. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to get, the pain medicine going to kick in. About time I got to get on the plane because I have a 2-hour fucking thing, like layover, mm-hmm. right? So the layover going to take a minute. So I'm calculating that, like, yo, the pain medicine should be in about time the plane gets here. So when I get on it, I'm gonna take 2 more. This is my plan, so I can get through the flight, right? Pain medicine never kicks in. So now the flight comes, or the plane comes. They let off the passengers off of one plane, and the passengers for the plane I got to get on are in line now. So you know how many people fit on the plane? It's about 100, 150, 200 people fit on one plane, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say. They're in line. 150, 200 people get off a plane. I'm sitting in the seat right there in front of all these people going through this. About time this moment, I got a call for help. Luckily, there was an angel there, Miss Karen. I appreciate you so much. I love you to death. I love you for life for this. Even to this day, I text Miss Karen every Sunday or Monday, and I tell her I love her and thank you. Like from this moment till now, I do this, right? Or from the Hawaii trip, after the Hawaii trip, till now, I do this. Mm-hmm. So it's been like a month almost, right? Mm-hmm. So because of her in this moment, she saw me and she was with the group I was going with in Hawaii. She converged in Seattle too. She was about to go to Hawaii with the same group that I'm a part of. Mm-hmm. We the only black people damn near on the trip, so she knew we exchanged words before it got so bad, right? Before, like when I was still able to talk. Now's to the point I can't talk. Like I can't breathe. I can't talk. I'm bent over like this, going through. I'm like calling her. She comes over. Say, "You alright?" Only thing I can do is nah. Like only thing I do is shake my head. I can just body gesture like that. I call Jazz, right? So Jazz, I think I called you right before this, right before Miss Karen came.
You
right?
called me while you could still talk.
Yeah, I called her while I still could talk. Yeah. So I'm telling Jazz like, yo, call Miss Woods. Like this is the people who booked me to go to Hawaii. Call the client. Tell them I ain't gonna make it. Like you know what I'm saying? It's over for me. This is what I said, right? I was like, it's over. Like I can't get on this plane. Like this is gonna be bad. If I get on this plane, I might die. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of bad it is. Like, because the pressure in the cabinet only going to make it worse. Mm-hmm. So, and you got to think about it. Like, sickle cell, like, my red blood cells are depleting by the minute. Like, that's what they're doing. They're being destroyed. This is what the cramping in your cells is. So, it's like the blood clots and everything. My blood cells are clumping up. They're dying. So, they're not carrying oxygen. So, I could literally die. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, it was a moment. This is what I mean by it's a moment that I appreciate. Because I believe it's going to sound weird, but the fact that because I was good up until they let off, until we was about to get on the plane. I was still thinking, wasn't I? Because I called her 20 minutes before that, 30 minutes before that. I was like, yo, I'm going to try to I'm waiting for the pain medicine to kick in. I'm going to just jump on the plane to get to Hawaii, then I'm going to rest up, right? That was the plan, right? Mm-hmm. get the people I know. Like, let's get to somewhere where there's people that I know that care about me. I can get good. Mm-hmm. That was the plan. I'm in Seattle. I don't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? I just met this lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was just off of, you with them? I'm with them? Yeah, okay, bet. Mm-hmm. That's the only words we exchanged. You know what I'm saying? Then I was back in my box trying to meditate, trying to block out the pain. You know what I'm saying? Which is a whole nother thing. But I'm trying to get in my space to deal with it, right? Couldn't get that moment. Call Jazz, Jazz, it's over for me. Call the airport, tell them I need an ambulance. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm on that, like, some Jazz to call it. She's like, what airport you at? She going crazy because she nervous, she antsy-pantsy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got anxiety problems. I don't know what to call it. I'm trying to be nice about it, but she got heavy anxiety, is what I'm trying to say. Like, she was going crazy. She getting frantic. Oh my God, da-da-da. Like, I'm literally by myself in Seattle. So, in the airport at that, right? Now,
I'm a high functioning anxiety
she's like, she going up, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, Jazz, just do this for me. So, she's doing her thing on her end. Like, 10 minutes later, this is when I'm like, the people getting off the plane, people getting on the plane, all this is going on, I'm like, it's over for me. Right at that time, it ramped up, like, to it, like, bruh, I gotta go to the hospital. Now it's not just, I need to go chill for a second. I gotta go into the hospital. I might need a blood transfusion. This is the type of, now I'm on this, like, bruh, like, it's over. Like, I need to get IV fluids. I need to get tested, make sure I don't got to get no blood transfusion, all that stuff. Because if my blood cells get too depleted, I will literally die. Like, there's nothing carrying oxygen through my body at that point. So, now, I see the lady Karen. I call her over, boom. She like, yo, so about at this moment, this convergence, I didn't know Jazz already had made the call. Like, they're already understanding there's a problem in the airport. They don't know where it's at. They didn't know it was at the gate, because when I called Miss Karen, she said, yeah, there's somebody saying they're at our gate. What's his name? Oh, that's him? Like, one of the dudes, he was like, and bless him too, because he was a godsend as well. Like, one of the guys that worked at the airport. He was on it. Like, he was like, oh, there's something. Yeah, they said there was somebody at our gate. Da, 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 da. Boom. At this point now, the workers of the airport are helping me. Like, oh, you okay? Then I'm like, nah. Like, I can't talk. Like, the more I talk, the more it hurt. Like, that's the thing with sickle cell. It's in my blood cells. Your blood is pumping constantly through your body. Mm-hmm. This is a non-stop pain. Like, it doesn't go away. Like, there's nothing that makes it go away. People say, how can we soothe it? There's nothing you can do. I have to stop breathing for it to stop. My heart has to stop beating for the pain to stop. That's how crazy. That's what I mean by, I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything would sound backwards. Like, it would sound like, you must want to die. This is the only way you get rid of the pain. And in the moment when you're going through it. So, I commend all the warriors out there that's suffering from sickle cell, because I know what you're going through. You know what I mean? But, so, and like, God sent the angel. Like, I promise you, like, this is, like, this lady, she started translating. Jazz calls back. Boom, I put Jazz on the phone. Now that, like, because it hurts to talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? It hurts to breathe. Like, it hurts to breathe. So, to expend so much energy to talk to a person is crazy in itself. Like, it's the most ridiculous thing to ask for me of that time. Like, it makes me mad that people keep wanting to talk to me and ask me questions when I'm going through it, because they can see it. It's like, it's not like I can't hide it. Like, the way I'm talking, you can hear, like, yo, it's a problem with them talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem with them breathing. Like, so people are always asking questions at the time, which annoys me, but I understand it, right? Mm-hmm. So I've been dealing with it. I'm 37. I've been dealing with it all my life. So I know that they're asking me questions to get the best, so they can treat me the best, right?
Right.
So I understand it. So I deal with it. But then the fire dudes, the first responders come, firemen, first responders, like, they wasn't really, like, they're the firemen though. So they come, they got the oxygen, they give me oxygen, boom, boom, boom. So now, I'm sitting there, they're on the, what's the name, one dude peeps that, yo, let me stop asking them questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he was like, yo, I got it, we got it. Jazz on the phone now with the lady, and they're now talking, boo, boo, boo. This lady, Miss Karen Wright, was about to stay with me. She's about to leave her flight to Hawaii to go on her vacation to stay with me, and she didn't even know me from Can of Paint. Crazy. I was good people. Mm-hmm. She's an angel. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? She was an angel, because right at that moment, like, I needed somebody, like, to represent not only me, but like, understand, like, nah, this person need help. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, the, like, so, understand the level of emotion I'm going through. Like, damn, I don't like looking weak, right? So I'm at my weakest in a moment in front of 200-300 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm in the middle of the thing. Like, the convergence of people is crazy. Like, it's like these people getting on the plane, these people getting off the plane. It's like everybody's walking past, like, what's going on here? Like, I'm right there in the center of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And then I'm on the end, so even the people that walks down to get to their gates can see me. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm right there, like, and I'm like sitting on the end. Everything's going on in this area. Right. So I'm embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hurting. I'm in physical pain. You know what I'm saying? But even mentally going through that, like, damn, like, why now? Like, god dang, I'm like, it was everything. Everything was bulling up. But Jazz, I appreciate you in that moment, and I appreciate you. I love you for it, even if it's just for that. I'll love you forever for that. You know what I mean? Like, but, you know, that's my lady. I love her for everything else too. But that alone, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing I ever could say about a person that in that moment, or in any moment, y'all helping anybody. Like, I love people that do that, because I know what it's like to be one of those people. You know what I'm saying? On both ends, actually. You know what I'm saying? Someone that helps someone and then someone that needs the help. So that's, you know, shows a heart and the spirit, and how people can really be compassionate for one another. Like, that's a beautiful thing. But so, like,
did you make it to Hawaii?
I made it to Hawaii. We ain't even get to that yet, right? So pretty much, I went to the hospital. See, I hate Seattle, bro. Like, I don't even want to say that, but, you know, fuck Seattle, bro. Like,
Seattle is not for the black people.
Fuck Seattle County General, whatever hospital they brought me to. I love the ambulance dude, though. That dude, when I tell you, he was another angel. Like, because when Miss Karen, she was about to leave, and she's on the phone with the client saying, nah, like, you know, when you get here, we gonna put your flight till tomorrow. When you get here, you gonna rest up. We gonna take care of you. So I had to get to, you know, it's a family environment. So these people, I know I love them. They love me. So I had to get to them, right? So instead of going back 2 flights, that's where I feel like it was triggered from. Like, I would still take 2 flights back. I felt like I was triggered from that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the crises.
Fly home.
Yeah, she was telling me come home. My mom was telling me come home.
No, actually,
like,
I wanted you to fly to LA, which is a short flight.
Yeah, I was gonna try to go to LA because I got family there too, right? So, but it was like the way the flights was arranged.
He just wanted to be stubborn. He just wanted to fly.
No, I would have to pay for that. They couldn't change it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I was okay with that.
Yeah, I didn't mind paying for it either. But it was like, then I had to pay for a flight from LA to Hawaii to get to the job.
No, you would have to pay for a flight from LA to North Carolina to get back to home.
Okay, you're right.
It would have been over.
But the thing about it is, I always say, God's going to test you, and your test is going to be determined how bad you want something. How you pass or fail that test, no matter what it is, right? And no matter if you pass or fail, you're going to show that how badly you want it this way or how badly you want it this way, even if you fail a test. You know, it's all the same to me, but the
He had to test my nerves in the process.
Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure. But I feel like even
built for this relationship.
Yeah, even through that, it put a perspective of that. You know, God got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the really, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of one things I seen, because I was by myself. Like, I'm on a trip by myself. I haven't got to arrive to the destination to be with people I knew. I'm totally stranded. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's, just think of that. I'm all alone and having an issue that is the worst for me to be alone. Like, I'm in the worst state mentally in that when I'm like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't like being alone, but I try to tough it out by myself. I don't like going to the hospital because there's a moment where I have to be alone. This is why I don't like the hospital. You know what I'm saying? It's not because, you know, sometimes my mom will sleep in the bed or my girl sleep next to us or whatever. But it's like, I don't like it because it feels lonely in the hospital. Even though people checking on you, it don't feel like I'm around people that love me. It feel like they're just doing something. I don't like that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, but but it showed me, like, every step of the way in this moment, there was somebody there that helped me. Like I said, the ambulance dude, he saw like that. like I said, the fire guy, he said, yo, stop asking the question. He relayed the message to the ambulance people. He didn't even ask. When they started asking me, he said, I have all the stuff right here. Before I could, they asked me and I started talking. He's like, no, I have all the stuff right here to stop me from talking, right? Mm-hmm. I'm on the ambulance now. He's asking me questions and he's like, oh, does it hurt? Like, every time I talk, I go through something. He's like, oh, it's hard for you to talk, huh? I was like, so I'm just like, yeah, like, and it's like, but I like I said, I understand why you're asking me questions. So I'm going through it because I know this is the best way to get the help I need. Mm-hmm. So when I get to the hospital, he sees that. So when I'm in a triage, they say, nah, it hurts him to talk. Here's everything you need to know about him to get him treated. Boom, like he did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then he watched my book bag. Like, he carried my book bag. He stayed with me until I was in the ER. Until I was like actually in a bed. He stayed as an ambulance. He works for the ambulance. He got to go on runs and do da-da-da-da-da-da. He got to do all that. He stayed with me until I was in the bed and treated. You feel what I'm saying? Like, stayed in right there, sat next to me in the triage, the little emergency room part, the waiting room. Sat with me when they did they asked me the questions, gave my information, da-da-da. Told me, I got your book bag, I got your bag. You want to put this in there? I'm going to put your sweater in here. I had to take off stuff, you know what I'm saying? So they could get the IV or take my blood pressure, all that shit. So it's like, he was an angel. Because he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't even his job. It's not, get him to the hospital, boom, you're done. It's his job, right? You're the transport. To care for me in that way, he didn't have to do that, yo. Like, so, and that's rare to, like, I've only experienced that maybe one other time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, to him too, blessing. Like, love that dude for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I guess they was done with me, Seattle Hospital said, okay, here's your discharge, bye. You doped me up with IV, right? With medicine and stuff like that. And kick this. This is when the pain meds I took 2 hours earlier kicked in when I got to the hospital. Ain't that some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, this is when I'm like, okay, it's coming. And they're about to give me some more. So it's like, at least I'll be comfortable. You get what I'm saying? Because that medicine wasn't going to take it away. It was just be a point where, like I said, it was just to get me to Hawaii. Like, it was just, I could be cool enough to get to where I need to be to rest. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but, you get what I'm saying? Like, so it was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? The whole experience, that was crazy. They just kicked me out the hospital. The Uber driver, I called the Uber driver left me. So I'm walking around Seattle streets trying to call in another Uber. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, fuck Seattle, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I was mad. Like, that really pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, no hate to nobody. Like, those people who did help me in those moments. And I even asked them, like, yo, y'all not going to, like, usually when you leave the hospital, they get you to your ride. Mm-hmm. Every hospital I've ever been in, they'll say, yo, we're going to transport you to your ride. Make sure somebody's coming to get you and you're taken care of. Mm-hmm. They didn't do that. The Uber driver didn't know how to get to the ER. He driving around. I don't even know where he was. I'm talking on the phone like, bro, I'm in the ER. What are you talking about? He's like, yo, I don't know where that's at. Bro, I'm not even from Seattle. What the fuck you asking me for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, just pissed, bro. Everything was, after that, I was tight. Mm-hmm. So what I did, check myself in the hotel room. Again, another moment I could have just died in my sleep. Like, this is real shit. I'm not even trying to bring y'all down. I'm trying to tell you that's the reality of what I'm going through. Like, my cells can be depleted to the point where there's nothing supporting the system of your body. You get what I'm saying? Like, your actual functionality of your body, like your heart to pump, the oxygen to go to your brain. I could be brain dead. All these things can happen because there's nothing carrying oxygen. That's what your red blood cells' purpose is. You know what I'm saying? They they're the transport. Mm-hmm. They're moving things through your body. If they can't do that properly, there's nothing doing it. You would literally die. It'd just be fluid in your veins, but nothing doing the jobs. So that's sickle cell. You know what I'm saying? Like, mm-hmm. So when they don't understand it, it's like, yo, it's simply put, this is the job of your red blood cells, to carry oxygen, mm-hmm. and support your vascular system. If they can't do that job, your body doesn't work, period. You know what I'm saying? So, But
you made it? I
made it. So, yeah, the next day,
and you're alive.
Seattle airport, too. Y'all trip. I should sue your ass, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I brought a note from the doctor, bro, that said I couldn't wear a mask understand it's an oxygen problem. This is New Mainstream, His and Hers.
Yes.
It's your boy Nikon Don.
And we're back from break. This is Jasmine and Tranai.
We back from break.
We was recapping, the trip, and we had some crazy adventures, on these trips, and he had a crazier adventure than I did. I mean, my trip was a little.
I had a journey. It was an adventure. It was a journey, and it just showed me like I said, the type of people. It showed me a lot of love.
Yeah.
And it showed me that. Like God got me, like, you know what I'm saying, like, really, that's how I left it. Like, yeah, I had a moment of clarity. Like, this is what it, like, one, I always felt like I said, you're gonna be tested, and based on that test, it's your job to prove how bad you want it. Whether you're for or against, that's not the consequence, right? Mm-hmm. So we was watching a movie the other day, right? It's called Gods of Egypt. Mm-hmm. Right, and we was talking about how bad it was. Really, it was a bad movie. But it had a jewel in that movie, right?
What was the jewel? The
jewel was, I don't know if you peeped it, but you remember the dad? He was Ra, right? So Ra, he's the god of the sun, right? He's like the sun god, and he's tasked with something to do, right? So in the movie, he just showing Ra a task with keeping away the darkness, right? Let's say it like that, right? So there's a beast that is here to devour. He's chaos. He's here to devour the earth, and Ra's there to bring the light and keep the beast away. He's tasked with that. He told his son Set that, because his son came to the guys to Ra's boat. Like, it was really like a boat he's doing. He's pulling the sun around on a ship, but he's pulling the sun across the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's the darkness on the other side. He's keeping the beast away. He comes over the boat and goes, "Yo, God," like, or Dad is really his pops. So he's like, "Yo, pops, what's up, man? You ain't blessed me. Why you treat my brother like he has a brother who was the god of everything on earth, and then he was just the god of the desert. He was by himself and lonely. He felt like an outcast, right? This is the mentality of the son who was seeking vengeance, right? So he said it was a test. Your brother was tested with everything to see if he would be selfish with everything, but he didn't. He passed the test. He gave it freely. He gave everything away. That was the test. Right? You would tell, he's like, what was my test? You cast me out alone. I'm all over here by myself. You know what I'm saying? You didn't bless me with no kids. He got a son, he got kids and everything. Like, that's messed up, Pops. Like, that's how you talking to him, right? I'm paraphrasing, of course, right? Yo, Pops, what's up, man? You blessed him with seeds and everything. I'm alone. He was like, I didn't bless you. Wasn't supposed to have kids, because your job was to take my position. I didn't want you to have to feel the pain of leaving your sons alone. Both of y'all my favorite sons. You get what I'm saying? So he's telling that both of y'all my favorite. I love both of y'all equally. You're looking at the fact that he was blessed in this way as if I hated you. No. I gave you because you need to know you need to be groomed with solitude, because this is a lonely job and you have to take my place. He didn't get that. He said, no, I want to rule the world like my brother, da da da. So the jealousy and envy of his brother made him try to kill his pops. You failed the test. So for or against the test is going to show how bad you want it. You want to kill your pops, and he just gave you the gem. He told you what you were supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? Your pops is the god of all gods, right? So it's like a lot of Greek mythology comes from Egyptian mythology, right? So, like,
I mean, you can watch it on there.
Equivalent to, right? Yeah, y'all watch the movie, like that scene, right? What's his name? Not Gerard Butler. What's his boy name? Russell Crowe. He goes to his pop, right? And he's telling his pop, like, that's messed up, pretty much. You did me wrong. Like, that's how he talking to his dad, right? So he's like, you did me wrong. That was messed up. You left me in the solitude by myself. And he's like, because this is a lonely job. You need to know what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's pretty much telling him that's why. But he didn't like that. And he's like, nah. The message was, the test was, I give you the tools to equip yourself for the position I need you to take over, which is my position. Okay. But he chose to kill his dad to rule, to have the position his brother had. And it's like, that's not your job. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you failed the test, technically. But
how does that tie into what I was...
What you saying? Well, how bad you want it?
I said you had an enlightened journey versus I had a less enlightened journey.
Right, no, I'm saying, because my point was about anything we're challenged with or tested with is we got to show. I believe that's a part of the journey itself, is to show how bad you want it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that you want, and how bad do you want that thing? And if you really want it, are you going to stand to the call are you going to stand to the call?
Mm-hmm.
And that was a part of my journey. I believe it was like, bro, like I said I wanted to travel and I wanted to do this job.
Mm-hmm.
This job, I wanted to be a traveling photographer. I wanted to be a traveling, this is what I want to do as a part of my job.
Mm-hmm.
Can I stand to the call? So I couldn't turn back. That was my mentality about it. Like, y'all was saying, come back, you're hurting, we'll come back to the family, we'll love on you, we'll give you what you need, and da-da-da. That would have showed me, that would have been like me saying, okay, I'll give up. In my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, not to say I shouldn't have done it,
Mm-hmm.
or not to say that was a formidable action or a respected action. Like, people would have understood. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the way I was looking at it was like, nah, it's like, this is my call.
Right.
If I say this is what I want,
Mm-hmm.
I got to be able to manage this. I got to be able to do it. So even when I left the hospital, it was like, I can't be looking at them for help.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I can't be looking at people for help. I got to be able to do it on my own. So when I left the hospital, one Uber left me, called another one. One took me to the CVS to get the pain medicine, and then I had to call another. He left me. I had to call another Uber.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so it was like, bro, so being in a position, not only financially, but mentally, to be able to manage all of that, I had to go get another hotel room. You get what I'm saying? Like, to stay somewhere, to get up and have to continue the journey.
Mm-hmm.
So that was only like a stopping point in my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the end. Like, and that was what I felt like I not only proved to myself, but to show God, to give him an understanding. Like, nah, this is what I said I wanted to do. I'm up for it.
Right.
So as long as you got me, I'm here. We gonna do it. We gonna make the call. And as long as you got me, I'm in here. Let's do it. And I was ready for it. Like, no matter what it took. And he showed up and said he got me. So I did the job. And that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I took it. Even when I came back from Hawaii, I went to LA, did a whole nother week in LA, did the job, did great work with great people.
Mm-hmm.
Came back to North Carolina, got back to work. You didn't see me take a break. You didn't see me go, oh man, you feel me? Like, got right back to work. So
Understood.
that was what I meant about the test. I was really, and then I brought up the God's Egypt thing. Like, the test, no matter how you take it, that's why I said, how bad you want it, you pass or fail. How bad do you want it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so I brought up the opposite of what I did, but I felt like I did the test in a passing way, like in my mind, right?
Okay.
We'll see at the end of my journey if it was, right? So now it's like, I felt like I passed the test.
Uh-huh.
I was saying Seth didn't pass the test. Like, like literally God told him, that ain't what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing this. And he killed his dad for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He struck God for it. So I was giving a metaphor of the duality of, you can fight so hard for the wrong thing, is my point.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, you can literally fight for the wrong and you fail the test, but you think you're doing the right thing because you're so passionate about it, right? So, but that's what I was really saying. That's what I brought up. That's what I was saying.
Okay, you're fine. I mean, my trip wasn't that. It was uneventful, so it's fine. I was just.
You
I
went
was
to
just
LA
out in LA
for the first time,
Yeah,
right?
I was just out in LA. It's fine. You just spend a lot of money out there. That's all you do, and you come back with whatever you spent that money on, unless it was just all spent on.
So what'd you spend it on? What'd you get?
Food and.
You gotta get some fabric? Come on,
I did get fabric,
oh
yes,
my God.
but
She was up at Move shopping. She, Jasmine designer, so she was all up in Move.
I buy fabric everywhere I go, so it's insignificant.
No, it's not insignificant because that's like, Mood is like, a fashion staple when it comes to designer. So just being in that environment is also inspiring. Mm-hmm. It's encouraging, motivating.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I wasn't inspired. Yes, it was inspiring. Fabric everywhere. So yeah, of course I did. The fashion district downtown. Got some things. So I was proud of that part of the trip. But other than that, I had some fun visiting my friend and just had a good time. So that was it. And moving on from LA, we had some crazy trips, but. It was great to be back on the show. So, because we had some, interesting... People were asking, like, when are we going to come on the show? And everybody wants to come on the show and stuff. It just has to make sense, for you to come on the show. Like, it has to be a reason why you're a guest and kind of how it pertains to what we talk about. Because we talk about, like, relationship stuff and, like... I mean, I know we had a business segment one time and everything, but, we want to really... kind of like keep it more on like the relationship stuff and just answer your questions that you have about, relationships, and maybe do some matchmaking. I really want to bring that in for, we actually have some eligible bachelorettes and bachelors that are looking to get put together. So we're going to start that next week. I'm excited.
Play matchmaker.
We're going to play matchmaker. I think I'm a really good matchmaker just because I put a couple together at my job. They are married today. They have a child.
Word.
Yes. And
I put a match together. My brother and Diana.
You did?
Yeah.
How you put them together? You ain't put them together.
I did in high school. I did so.
Okay, maybe
like Diana.
Maybe
I'm talking about this Diana. Yeah. I was like, yo,
seed.
Diana like you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so he planted the seed.
I
planted
like,
the seed
I was
too.
like, no, she cool, bro. You need to I'm like, yo,
I did the same thing.
This is what happened.
No, I did the same thing.
Let me tell you how I matchmade him. We was having what's it called? A talent show in school. Diana was in a group with her cousin. So I danced a little bit. So I joined their group. So when we have rehearsal, I'll bring Tom.
So
you know what I'm saying? Like, so now Tom get to see that Diana cool. Like, cause I was telling him, cause he just wasn't seeing. He wasn't getting. He's like, nah. I don't know where he was mentally about it. Right? I was like, nah, she mad dope. Like, she cool. Yeah, like, she a cool chick. Like, yo,
sometimes
you
that's
might
all
like
it
her.
take. You just gotta.
He didn't know her, cause I had classes with like Diana. I had like mad classes with Diana. So it was like I knew that she kind of funny. She, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, she a cool chick. So, and when she told me that she liked Tom, I was like, oh, word, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she was like, for real? Like, no, that's my brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when we went to the, what's the name? When I started going to the rehearsal, I would bring Tom. And then they would like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of like, like, you know what I'm saying? And we never even did the talent show. So it was like, it was for that reason. That's what I believe. It's for my nieces and nephews to be here. I had to go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can put them together and made it work. And it's like my friend, I don't know, she just always mentioned that she liked this guy. He would always walk by at the job, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to hook y'all up. And we was at the Christmas party one day, and I just went over to him, because I was very just forward like that. And I was just like, do you think Yolanda's cute? And he was like, yeah, I think she's beautiful. I was like, okay, well, come with me. And I just like walked him over to the table and was like, this is Yolanda. Yolanda, this is Joe. She was like, oh my God, no, you didn't. And I'm like, yes, I did. Now talk. And they just talked, and they started dating after that. And then, like, I think, it's like 8 months later, they were engaged, and it's just happened like that. And I got an invite to the wedding. I was one of the only black people there. Me and Don. So you talking
about matchmaking just by off attraction?
No, matchmaking off.
Because I
knew that she was a good. I knew that she was a good. I liked her personality. I liked her. She was super sweet. She was super like caring and stuff like that. And he seemed like a really nice guy too. Yes, because I would talk to him in passing, like in the little cafeteria area, and I'd be like, hey, you good? Right. And he was like a really sweet person. He was, adult, meaning like he had. I think he was like in his 40s or something like that, or maybe like,
Devo.
But and she was like, aged as well, and she was just, in that point in her life where she wanted to be married to and just, go ahead and move on with life. So I was like, this is a perfect match. Let me put y'all together. So what I want to do is I want to actually invite a bachelorette and a bachelor, but at separate times. So I'm going to invite one on, and we're going to have her resume. We're going to have her pretty much break down what her likes and dislikes is, and, what she does, what she's looking for, that type of thing. Yes. And then the guys will have a chance to pretty much anonymously, call in or, phone in and just pretty much present themselves to her. And then if she likes any of them, then she gets to go on a blind date. Like, so it has to be, I think it should be a blind date just because I feel like if you see a person up front, you might automatically just turn them down and stuff like that. Just because attraction is such an important thing, right?
So
you're going to automatically just turn them down.
They're going to be on here, so they're going to see them.
You might lose a lot of good people.
No, but they're already going to see them. Like, no,
they're not going to be here. The guys are going to be anonymous talking to the bachelorette the same way the girls will be anonymous talking to the bachelorette. So they're not coming on the show? You ever seen that show?
They're not coming on the show?
What was that show where they would be, all you would see is a silhouette of them, and they would talk about themselves and stuff like that, and then they'll be like, I want to go with box number 3.
We'll put a screen up.
They won't be here at all.
They're not gonna be on camera.
Right.
They're not gonna be here at all.
They won't be here at all.
Why don't you put it right there and then put this little screen, and then it could be silhouette. We could do that.
We will have a recording of them to play for the girl. She will be here, and we'll talk about her.
We got matchmaking. We got love connection.
He'll come in on the next.
It's gonna be like love connection.
We're
gonna put it right there. We're gonna put a screen up, and then it will block it. We can put a light behind it so it can show the silhouette.
Who is gonna do all that?
That's easy. That's easy. What? That's easy. That's not hard.
Okay.
Like, It's pretty much one of these.
He's trying to make a whole set.
Listen,
Okay, so y'all, I guess we're gonna make a whole set.
He got the
for
light
this.
underneath. You see this light right here?
We're gonna
do official. Let's go.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right,
it.
we got official digital. We're gonna have meet the match. We're gonna call it something cute. His and hers meet the match, and they're gonna just line up. We're gonna be behind this silhouette wall.
Meet the match.
And she gonna get to ask them questions. They get to answer, and then she gonna choose. I choose bachelor number 3, and he'll come out, and then they have to go on a date.
Oh, you gonna do all of that?
Yes.
Like it's gonna
have
have
to go on
like
a date.
3 sections.
Yeah,
like,
Yes. You're gonna have 3
choices?
It has to be three choices.
Well, you gotta do it
Yes.
the other way around too. Then.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
It's gonna be
guys
a
will do
guy, and it's
Three
gonna be
girls.
3 girls
Yeah.
that would like to go on a date, and they have to be open no
Be on
matter
that
what.
show. I'ma
So
choose
the
all
girl,
three.
no, why can't?
You can only go with one.
So why can't it be? Why can't it be? We have 3 women here with us. Whoever the person that they're looking for the date, and like vice versa. So we have 1 woman, 3 guys, and then 1 guy, 3 women. And
That's too many people to have in the studio at one
No,
time.
no,
I'm
I'm
not
not-
gonna
or it
do
could
it
be
like
2
one
women.
night is this one girl that we already vetted, and we're gonna present it on our page and everything. Like, this is our bachelorettes for next week, and if you want to submit yourself as a candidate,
how do they
to
know?
date
Like
her,
that's what I'm saying.
we're
Like
gonna put her
I like
picture
it.
up.
Yeah, we
Like,
you just
in
said
her
it's
story.
blind though, but you
No,
said
it's
it's blind.
the guys aren't gonna know. We're gonna know who the guys are, but she won't. They're gonna submit their resumes to us, and we're gonna choose the top 3 out
So
of
it's
the
not a
guys that
blind date,
submit
so the
them.
guys
But
can see
She
the
is
shit.
going to be blind because they will see her, but she won't see them as blind.
That's what I'm
for
saying.
her.
That's
Yes.
unfair.
It's not unfair.
To the girl, she be like, well, how can they can see me and I can't see
That's
them?
the fun of it. That's
Yeah.
gonna be the fun of it.
Alright,
You never
And
seen that
then
show
the next
before
time
No.
on
do a
TV?
guy.
Yes,
I
and
know,
the same
I
thing,
get-
the guy
I
won't
get what
see
she's
the
saying,
girls.
but I'm saying-
He just gonna pick a girl based on her
I get that part, but
resume,
it's not really
based
blind
on
date.
what she likes.
That's what I'm
what's
saying.
her
Blind
dislike.
for the girl.
It's-
Right, it's like one-sided. That's what I mean by it's not fair. It's like a one-sided blind date. It's like I see what you look like, but I'm kind of like.
It's gonna be fun, and you never
Okay.
know a connection can be made. Because if they're only going by attraction, nobody's gonna really pick anybody.
I didn't say that.
so-
That's what all these dating apps is about anyway.
I know, but this is not a dating app. This is an
Okay.
experience.
Okay, I'm saying, are we paying for this
This is an
experience?
experience. We're
Are
not
we-
paying for the date. They gonna know.
Then why are they coming?
Hold up.
We gotta pay for
We
the
can
date.
pay for the
I
date.
think we might have to pay.
We gotta
for
pay
it.
Okay,
for the
so we
date.
can pay for the
We
date.
gonna
Our
pay for the
producer
date.
said we can pay for the date, so we're good. So we're paying for the date. And y'all
God-
ain't going to
goddamn
Roof Chris.
$20 link.
Yeah.
No, I'm just-
Y'all going to
$50
split a 2
voucher.
for 20 at Chili's.
$50 Applebee's.
2 for 20 at
Applebee's,
Run
Applebee's.
this shit
Boom,
like
boom.
old boy Martin.
Right now,
The
fact.
radio station.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Give him a 2
I
for
was
20.
staying.
Stand.
He's staying, y'all. He's
He's
staying.
standing there. He's
Got
standing y'all out
$20
here.
and
Right.
take her ass to Burger King.
Right.
Let her supersize it. Let her supersize it. Oh, why he don't want to do it? I don't know why he don't.
No, I didn't
think
say I didn't
it
want to do it. I
makes
said I get it. That's what's up. I didn't say don't do it. I didn't say
He don't want it to be blind. He want them to be able to see each
no,
other.
not even that. I said it would be fair. We vetted 3 people, 4 people, 1 of the opposite sex, 3 of the same sex, and be like, hey, this person's going. Or if it could
I
be
just-
all the same sex, it's a whole nother way.
But they would have to say their preference. They'd be like, oh, this
Right,
is a
yeah.
girl and I date girls. So then we would call in girls first.
Exactly,
So
that's what
a
I'm
different
saying. Like,
thing,
so
yeah.
it'll be 1 and then 3 people that are here to ask them questions, and they say, "Oh, I like what was that called? It was a show that was like that."
But the show was anonymous. You didn't know what they looked
I
like
know,
until
but
the
they was
end.
here asking them questions personally. They was there, like saying, "Hey,"
Yeah.
and then they answer the questions. Oh, I like number 3. Like the person here would ask them 3 the question,
Right, and that's
they'll
what we're
pick
gonna do.
at the end. This I want to go.
We contestant
Bachelorette number
3.
3.
Yeah, and they're gonna be here. So we're gonna
That's
do
what
it
I'm
your way,
saying.
where they are gonna be here. It's gonna be the 3 people, and the person gonna be sitting here next to us, and we're gonna
Blind,
be talking
yeah,
to
they
them,
can't
asking them
see.
questions. But
Or
they're
they-
not gonna see the people
They,
until
or
they
they
pick.
could be.
I think you should go ahead and show the person, the person who is looking for the date.
Yeah, we are gonna show the person.
I think that
that's
person
looking
should be
for
behind the
Just
screen.
alternate between guy and girl, like
Yeah, like 1 week it'll be
Yeah.
a girl, 1 week it'll be a guy, one
No,
week
for
it'll be a
sure. I
girl.
get all that, but I'm
Because
saying even
if
like
the girl is dope, then we get a lot of guys who gonna want to
Right.
holler at her.
So we
I'll-
should post her on the page. We'll
Mm-hmm.
post her, and then we'll post her, in our stories too. Like, this is our candidate for this week, guys. Make sure you submit your ballots, submit your resumes if you want to be considered as a date. And
So how do we know
pick the best?
we pick? Why?
Yeah, because
why
we're
the-
the matchmakers.
No,
so
why don't we
pick.
just not put the picture part of it and then she read what they're about and then say this guy, this guy, this guy, and the 3 best. Or
We can
him.
let her choose to. Yes,
Like
we
right,
can
and
let her
then
have
she
a
say
say,
these
too.
are the 3 she wanted part of it. She don't know what 3 is coming. She don't know what they look like, and they don't know who they are. She just read the information. So their bio is what she's judging off of. Then she go,
we can
boom.
send her their bios.
They could be any three guys. We can't be like, oh nah, because that's still
the
biased.
questions ready for
Those are
everybody.
biased.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make all that up. I'm gonna have the little questionnaire and everything and stuff. Send that out, and
If your
we
homegirl
can
and some
send
fat
her
sloppy
that
dude got a
question.
good resume, and then you like, nah, I don't want because he fat and sloppy.
Oh my
No,
gosh. But we
she
wouldn't
picked him.
choose that person.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Let her choose because it only be the bio. And if he sound good on paper, then let him come. You can't deny him. Just like you said, if then that means you might as well just make it off looks.
But then that's not
you might as well make it off
matchmaking,
look. That
though.
is
That's not
matchmaking because that dude could be the best thing for her.
Celebrity matchmakers don't
That could be
do
the best
that.
thing. No,
Celebrity matchmakers.
no, because everybody's
look
celebrities. That's why.
But it's
No, but at the end of the- no, that's-
excuse me,
listen,
Listen, when you're
that's unfair.
matchmaking,
You might as well make it
when
about
you're
looks then.
I will say,
You might as well make it about
when
looks.
they do the matchmaking,
they make
everybody
sure
be looking
it's
good.
attractive
I
people,
know
but
that. I
that's
know
it.
that, but that's TV. We not doing it like that.
But that's
So the people out here that can't find love be the ugly motherfuckers. So
Oh my
now,
gosh.
but they be looking
So
good
we
on
gonna be
paper.
The ones that set up ugly motherfuckers.
No, I'm not
we
saying
not.
we set up ugly people. This is what I said. This is what I said.
We
I didn't
not.
say set up ugly people. I don't know what they're gonna look like. What I said is
Oh my god.
we only gonna have them reviewed. Whoever is looking for the date only can review the list of
I
people,
think we
candidates
should have one
off of
ugly
the
motherfucker
resume.
Out of every 3 people.
Oh my
No,
god.
hold on. Not even that. Not even
that.
that. It's just they can't judge it off of what they look like. They only can judge it off their resume or their
Yeah.
bio. That's
Okay.
it. So whatever she call on in the bio is who's coming. It don't matter what they look like.
Okay,
So we
I
can't
got
like
That
she,
part is cool. Yeah.
right. She
I
was
got you.
because the way she was doing, I already see the setup. She's like, oh, we're gonna look at it and see what it is. She gonna try to pick somebody that she
And
think
the reason
she'll
why,
like him. She'll
the
like them.
reason
No,
why I'm
Yeah,
saying
that's
that.
biased. It'd be biased. Yes.
Pick their
I
own-
get
Yeah.
it. I get you. But listen, I get it.
Yeah.
But hold on,
Yeah.
excuse me.
I
I
can
get
see
what
the bias
it's
coming
saying.
in.
Excuse me. I get what you're saying, but the only
Do
reason
it all
why
words, man. You wanna
the
go on a
only
date?
reason why I'm saying
We're gonna set you up with a
excuse
date,
me,
man. I'm trying to get people.
I'm saying, so excuse me, but the reason why I'm saying is that we can send her the bios too, but I feel like we should still sift through and only send her people that we feel she would even consider, because it's still gonna break that person's heart if we're not actually making a match. Like if she sees this person and she's like, "Ew, I don't want to be." I'm not trying to
Y'all
person,
do
even
that.
though you
That's
have
funny.
you
Y'all-
still
y'all-
have
That's
to.
funny.
It's not funny.
Basically-
We're trying to make real matches.
Basically,
We're trying to
That's
make real
we just see how
matches.
shallow people really is, bro.
Y'all
You
have
said
to
they
pick-
look good on
y'all have
paper.
to pick the 3 for her to choose from, and then she pick her own poison out of those 3.
I
This is
can
what I'm
we
saying.
can
Like
send
we'll give her
Say
10.
if 20 guys cast, we can send her 10 of them that are the best, and then she can pick from that 10
Right,
the
but
3
it ain't
that should
based
come
on
on
look.
the show, but
Yes,
only based
it
on
ain't-
their bios.
No, yes, only their
But we're
bio.
gonna
And it
sift
ain't no
out
the
10
10.
of
The
the
10 ain't
funny
on looks
looking
either. The 10 is based on the bio. This sound like what she
No,
asked for.
I don't think.
You know what I'm saying?
Would you
This sound
date
like what
any
she
girl
asked
straight
for.
off her bio? Would
Bruh.
you date any girl straight off her bio, just her bio alone? If you
Hell
was
nah,
swiping
that's
on Tinder and all you
Ain't
saw
no
was the
That's how
bio.
it's supposed to be.
No, ain't no
That's all I'm
dude
saying.
Thank
that-
you.
That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. So that's
That's how
not
it's
what we're
supposed to be.
doing. That's
That's
not
how it's
what we're
supposed to be.
doing.
Well, it's how
That's-
what it's supposed
What's
to
how
be.
it's
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be better.
That's how it's supposed to
I ain't
be.
going off
It's
that.
no man. Listen, y'all.
That's
Ladies,
like we understand we
ladies,
shallow. I'm not
ladies,
saying.
it's 3
I'm not
men
saying
in
I don't got no
this room.
shallow with me. What I'm
Ladies.
saying is that's how it's supposed to be.
Ladies, there's 3 men in this room right now. I know good and damn well. Ain't neither one of them dating nobody
guilty.
just
Look,
off
look.
they bio.
Listen, I'm guilty.
Like,
Man, I'm
thank
guilty
you.
too.
You
I might
ain't
goddamn.
dating no woman just off her bio.
Yeah,
I
I'ma
can
look
send
at
you a
their
bio
picture.
right now. She can be like, oh, she's making $100,000 a year. She is
half the time
that.
we
She
don't
this
even read
and
the
that and
damn
that.
bio.
And she can say that she's a 10 in the bio.
Yeah.
And then when she gets, she be a 3. And you're gonna be like, nah. So
She making
you-
$100K.
Whatever. So exactly, if I see a bio of a dude making $100K, but then when he
Chicks
gets
take
here, he
chicks
looks
date a
like
lot of ugly
he
motherfuckers
look
that
like
be-
Trick Daddy.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
What? Nah,
Dude,
dude-
money as a guy.
dude,
man.
yeah.
As a guy, yeah.
Dudes with
It's
money
not happening.
get past
It's
it.
not happening.
No, it's happening
It's
all the
not
time.
happening. I'm saying
Would you date
moisture-
Gucci Mane?
Moisture's not happening.
Would you date Gucci
no
Mane?
sex is happening.
Would you date Gucci Mane?
Nothing's happening.
Would you date Gucci
No.
Mane? Exactly.
I'm not
He got a
attracted to
bad
Gucci
one.
Mane.
And Gucci
I'm
Mane
not
got a
attracted
bad.
to
He got a bad one.
I would
Yeah,
date
now.
new Gucci. I would
Yeah,
date
right.
new Gucci.
See, look, new
but
Gucci.
I wouldn't date old
I'm talking
Gucci.
about old Gucci.
She was with him when he was old.
Exactly my point. And he got him a nice one. Dudes with money get past it. Lil
She got
Boosie got
nice.
kids.
She wasn't always nice.
Lil Boosie got some babies.
So you just gonna call all these people ugly live on
No,
the
I'm
show?
just
Listen. If you ugly,
money
listen, we
change
trying to hook
things.
you up.
Money fix people.
Exactly.
Money
No.
put people
Right.
together.
So
if
that's
she got
for women, yes.
100,000,
For women, yes.
She can fix some things.
For women,
if
yes.
she got 100,000, she can fix some things.
For
So
women, yes.
if you rate her bio, she got 100,000, and she come in, you might could take that money.
I might
and
take
do
a
some
duck
things
with 100
and
bands.
fix her.
No.
Make it whatever you want it
to.
Make it whatever you want it to.
It's different. Like,
but the
dudes,
facts of the matter is, and we already had this on another episode, looks matter. So
he said, stuff in the bio be cap facts.
yeah, exactly.
Look at
I done
all the
swiped a whole
pics.
bunch of
That's
bios, and they was like, "Oh, I work out all the time." They
That's
come
another
in.
thing. How
Where's
we
the
just sift
workout?
through
Where?
these-
Yeah, how do we vet them? How do they know? Or
And
how
make
do we
sure
know?
that-
Because we can see them.
Make sure that they really about the life that they put out.
We gonna
Right.
go on their page. We're gonna
If
go
they
on their
frontin'.
Facebook, go on their Instagram. We gonna dig through, see
Nah,
if
we
we
gotta
can
pull-
see.
they
I'm
gotta
a
pull
master
up.
investigator, so I can like,
She is a
because I'm a
woman.
woman.
Right.
I'm a master investigator. I can
Okay,
find.
we
You
hear
got any hidden children. I can find anything. I'm
I hear
gonna
you.
search your life.
They need to pull up. We
And
gotta see what type of car you pulling
We
up.
ain't got time to do all that. We only
Nah,
got a
they-
week
I
to
want you
get
to use that
around.
same energy on the females, though.
Facts.
Oh yes,
Exactly.
definitely.
You see how I can really see the
No, I
bias in
am.
it.
I want to bring the best women in here. If we got a good guy on the table here, ready to be dated, I'm gonna bring in the best women I can find.
Duck
Like
in
I'm
the
gonna be
bag.
like, I want to
Facts,
bring
bro.
in somebody that he actually might
AJ
lead with and
facts.
get married with. Like I want to be like,
No,
I had something
that's
to do
real.
with that.
Like that's real.
I
I'm
wanna
not
have something
saying
to
we
do
don't
with
want
it,
it, but I
so-
think that'd be hilarious. Like
I'm gonna find the best.
I'm not saying I'm
and the
trying to
best
set
women.
nobody up.
He trying to set people
No,
up.
I'm not.
He trying to set people up. He
She
trying to
the
set people up to get
police.
their feelings hurt. He
Hey,
trying.
I'm not trying to set them
It make
up.
for good
I
behind
just
the
think
scenes
it
footage.
It
That
definitely
would be
would.
funny.
He trying to make. He trying to set people up to get their feelings hurt.
That behind the scenes
Listen.
footage is gonna be lit.
That's,
Right.
it's like a
I'm not
good
trying
thing
to set
too.
y'all
If you
up.
had a dude that say only like white girls, and then you bring in one black girl in the mix, she gonna get her feelings hurt because he said he only like white girls.
No,
So-
but if he pick her and you see like, yo, there's still beauty in everybody. That's the point of the whole
Yeah,
match.
if everything matches up, right? But
It's not his preference,
That
that-
black girl. It's
question.
like, hey, everything else match, bro. You
Right.
might need to
I got
check
a
this
question.
out.
Okay,
Facts.
well let me ask you a
It makes you
question.
rethink.
Throw
rethink-
like one in there. That's
Rethink your whole perspective
Let's
about
use-
black women.
let
Like
me
it may
ask-
like,
let me
I
damn,
would
ask
she
say
got-
always throw one wild card. in
Let me
there.
ask
Yeah,
a
you
question.
got
Here's
to.
a wild card for you. Have you ever been having phone sex with a girl and she sound real sexy on the phone, but then when you meet her in person, ain't the same? Do you still feel turned on? Are you still sexified? Do you still want
No.
to do some
Yeah,
stuff?
no.
No, that actually I got catfish before.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I ain't gonna lie.
Don't nobody want to be
That's why she
catfish.
brought up. She know that. Yeah, she trying to play me.
I did. I brought that up
she brought that up. She
specifically.
knew that shit. Trying to play me.
But I was
like, I'm a
catfish
real
too.
motherfucker. Yeah, I got catfish. Goddamn. Yeah,
But I
I
was
left my ass on that
catfish too.
stoop. Like, oh,
I was
you're not who you say you was. Deuces. Oh, I gotta go.
He
This is
hurt her
exactly what I
I have
said.
a real funny
No,
story.
listen.
Her feelings.
I literally was like, listen. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This
He
is
hurt
exactly
her
what
whole
happened.
feelings,
This chick
and it's not right.
called my crib, right? Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie, this is a little wrong. I used to cut hair in the crib, right?
She had the sexy voice.
Right. I used to cut hair in my kitchen. This dude I was cutting her hair, he lived around the corner from me, whatever. He had her call my crib or my phone or something, like my cell phone, something like that. Or he called her from my phone or something. Something happened like that. I think that's what it was. He called her from my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So he ain't got his own phone. He called her from my cell.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm cutting his hair, whatever, like that. She calls back, right?
Mhm.
And I answer the phone. She's like, "Oh, it's such and such day." I was like, "Nah, you're not here. He called me. I don't know who this is, but you got the wrong number." Blah blah blah. So I hang up. I ain't gonna lie.
You already trash for hollering at his girl.
I don't know
The
this
story
nigga.
already
This ain't my nigga. This ain't my
trash.
nigga.
You trash.
He ain't my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't my boy. This is something I was cutting hair.
You a little bit trash.
Right.
I'm a little bit trash. I ain't gonna lie.
A little bit trash.
I was cutting his hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew
He
he
ain't
lived
here,
around the
but
corner.
you sound kind of sexy on the phone.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I didn't. No, that wasn't. No. First off, don't try to play me. I didn't do that. She called back and said that again. Like she knew some people I knew.
Oh man.
So because she knew
That's
people I knew, I
hard.
started asking my people like, "Yo, what, you know such and such from such and such?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yo, what she look like?" Da da da. So my cousin told me, "Yo, cut." I was like, she told me she like 150, about 5'4". I'm like, that's not that bad. That's about she thick. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not that bad. She ain't big, right? Right. So I'm not saying nothing against the big women. Like I dated a couple big girls, but I'm trying to see like, does she a cute big jaw? You know what I'm saying? Like so it's like, and she based on her description, she not big. She just
Horrible.
thick. So I'm like, okay, bet. Now
Based
my
on
cousin
her
like, nah, cuz you fat as hell. Da da da. I'm like, cuz for real, cuz. Nah, she told me that, so I'm believing her. Now I'm believing the pillow talk over my cousin, right? Like, and this is who she said she knew. She said, I know this guy, right? And I was like, oh, word, that's my cousin. Like, oh, let me. So I went to ask him. So now, and it's just she just knew him in passing and stuff like that. Like, You know, they got mutual friends.
He's seen her.
Right, but he's physically seen it, right? So I asked him, he's like, nah, cuz she bigger. I was like, word, for real? Like, that? She don't sound like that. I didn't realize how people voices,
like that.
how people voices are different over, like, sonically over the airwaves.
Yes.
Until I worked at Burger King, right?
Oh my gosh.
The Jones, when I used to work on the window, the Jones that was real big sounds super sexy on the phone. Over the intercom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds super sexy. I was like, damn, this Jones about to pull up bad as hell.
Double cheeseburger. Let me get it.
I don't know what it is.
You said because it's breathy.
I don't know what it is, yo. Big Jones be having the sexiest voices. I'm not going to lie to you. My voluptuous women out there, y'all have the most beautiful voices. I don't know what it is. So this is how this chick was. So I'm like, damn, man, love. Like, yo, I just like the way she sounds. So I pull up to the girl crib. This is what I mean by I got catfish. I pull up to a crib, and she did not coming outside. Like, yo, come out. Like, yo, I pulled up. We here. I'm here to see what's going on. Like, yo, I drove.
I have a very similar. This is so funny.
I drove about 30 minutes to come see her. 45 minutes, bitch, come outside. You know what I'm saying? She like, oh, I got people here that, and this is the day we supposed to get up.
Y'all gotta put the words to the test now.
This is the mission. I'm on a mission. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm young and dumb. We on a mission.
Horrible.
So now, this is like, so I'm ready to go. This is the mission. You said we was gonna do all types of things. I'm trying to see what that be like. You know what I mean? Say you gonna start with a little change. You know what I mean? Do something strange with a little piece of change. But nah. So this is that type of mission. Like, this is what we're supposed to be doing. Right? So now, she's like, oh, I got family over, but I'm like, Dad, they messing up the plans. I was like, well, you know, just come down, you know, just let's meet at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's meet. And, you know, I can hear people in the background, so I don't think she was lying. She was just avoiding meeting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of like, so what she did was, and it was all on the...
put all this fat ass.
Yeah, like, yeah, she's trying to hide it. You could see it all on her face when she came out the door, though. Like, it was written all on her face. Like, she knew, like... So, she had one of them cribs that, you know how you... Like, one of them apartments that... There's an upstairs and downstairs, but the doors next to each other, and then the one's downstairs and one's upstairs. Oh, yeah. She was, like, in that type of apartment, right? So, the door next to it was downstairs, and she was on the upstairs. So, it was just steps, right? So, I get it. She buzzed me into the steps, but her entrance to her house is up the steps. So, as soon as I come in to the joint, like, and I'm at the bottom of the steps, like, so I got my homeboys with us, whatever, like, she was supposed to have girlfriends and everything. It was supposed to be a whole mission. So, she comes out the door, and as soon as she come out the door, she just had, like, this defeated look on her, like, wasn't even confident. It might have been something different. She came down confident, like, yeah, I'm a full-size figure woman. Come on, what you trying to do with this? I might have went for it. You know, I don't know what it was, but she was already defeated.
Still went for
I might have still been like, yo, come on, maybe we be kicking.
Confidence is everything, ladies.
Facts. Confidence is everything. Like,
you can sell it.
Yeah, facts. She didn't, because she came down, she was like, sat on the step, sat down at the top of the steps. Damn. Like, she already knew what it was, and I was like, Dad, you didn't come down the steps. Like, so I was like, Dad, you gonna make me come all the way upstairs? So I came up and gave her a hug. I was like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I didn't want to, like, just
it wasn't nice
totally
to
trash
give her no D.
I didn't pass on that. So I gave her the D. Deuces. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but, so I was like, so what I did to get out of it, I was like, yeah. So, I mean, you took forever to come out, so now my people, we ready to leave. And everybody got to go home. We got curfew.
Everybody. Why you come with a car full of people?
Right. That was just an excuse to get out of it. That was my plan B. If she didn't look, what's her name? They was my excuse anyway. Oh, so I just used my excuse, right? So I just hit her with the so. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you gotta do this when you know you lying. Yeah, so.
I'm done.
Nah, but so I just left.
You know what she should have did? She should have came out and be like,
she ain't never called me again.
Yeah, I would see why. You know what she should have did though, girl? This how you could have flipped that. This how you could have flipped that, girl. She never called me again. Look, she never called me again. When she came out, she should have been like, you don't look like what you supposed to look like. You could have flipped that. You could have flipped that, girl. You could have came out head up like,
Oh, God.
You don't even look like what you sound like on the phone.
I'm
good, boo. I'm good.
Oh, you don't goddamn.
You was already coming out on that.
Don't sangria body back, haven't been. Don't sangria body back.
You was already on that time, like, where you felt like he was gonna deny you, so you should deny him first.
Nah, she came out like she was already defeated.
That's what
I didn't
I'm saying.
say nothing.
She was already felt like you was gonna deny her, so she should have
came
came out and denied
you first. That was her own insecurity.
Like,
yeah, that's insecurities right there. Dude. That's your insecurity.
But nah, you was
confidence is up the key. I'm trying to tell you.
The insecurity was
That's why she ain't come out the house.
So you would have gave her the D if she would have came out with her head up.
If she would have came out, it might have been the she came out like I'm a full figure woman. And, like the thing about it was she wasn't that cute. She wasn't that cute either. That's the thing. It wasn't that she was big. It was she wasn't even cute. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying what we exchanged wasn't because it was all really just sexual. Like we kid, like I'm young. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably like 16,
everybody
17.
Had them little
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm probably like 16,
conversations
17, 18, something like that. So it was just really only
like,
a sexual infatuation. Like it's not. I still don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like then I see you and you lied to me. So it's now I don't know you for real. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so it's kind of like.
It's like he had morals at 13. So.
Nah, it wasn't even that. It was kind of like I'm not gonna just use you. Like I still wanted to get to know you. That's why I came out here. I was like, let's kick it. Let's get to know each other. I don't have an issue with big girls. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I dated a couple big girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kick the wood. You know what I'm saying?
Like people, it's just people. That's all it is. People.
But you gotta be pretty.
He has a thing for people that are pretty. It's fine. You gotta be pretty. You gotta be attracted because you can't say everybody you've ever dated was pretty. You had to be attracted to them in some kind of way.
Yes, like that's the thing about me. Like I'm not into. It's not even about looks. It's really
something about you.
Yeah, it's something about you. Like it's a quality. Like there's people who I dated who weren't technically attractive.
She might have been your soulmate.
She might have. You know what I'm saying? There was this girl. There was this girl back in the hood that used to every day. Me and her used to kiki in class in math and algebra. Yeah. This girl was funny. She wasn't cute. Like people used to crack on her. Like she wasn't like attractive like in the stereotypical way. She probably bad as hell now. As a matter of fact, she was that type. Like she was ugly duckling. Like once she get her braces off, she might be something. You know what I'm saying? She had the bunkie. You know what I'm saying? She had the mean goddamn knock-kneed and pigeon toe. That's the only thing. She walked kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she had a mean bunkie. She had a nice little like tight body. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was like she was not like everybody used to crack on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I used to fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I like her. Like, you know what I'm saying? She cool. So I'm not into. It don't gotta be. You gotta look good. Oh, you gotta be bad. Nah, it's like you gotta have something about you. And like, she just make me laugh every day. So I just like her for that. Like the fact that she can make you laugh.
Because people gotta understand the glow up happens later in life. So people don't be understanding that way. In middle school, high school. Come on, that was me in high school. Middle school, every school. Like I was always getting joked on, bullied on, and now we know that this was what happened. And later, like, and those same dusty people be in my inbox talking about, hey, and I'll be like, bye.
That's how I be. Nah,
bye.
Likewise.
But it's fine though. I definitely got catfish. Like I'm not even gonna tell my catfish story because it actually went to the point where I actually emailed the story, like the show Catfish, and had them reach out to him. And they reached out to me and everything, and they were like, "Hey, Jasmine, this is such and such from Catfish," and I was like, "Oh shit, y'all really contacted me." I was dead as though I was like, "Listen, y'all don't even gotta meet him. I just need y'all to find him and take a picture and just send it to me, and that's all I need at this point. Like I will be sufficient in life if you do that for me because I talked to this man heavy for like almost 2 years."
Damn.
And never got to see him when he sent flowers to my house. Like we would argue, like argue, like me and Don argue, like we would argue like that. And I'm like 14, 15, 16. I'm like 15, 16 at this point. He's like 18, 19. So he's saying this is why he's not coming to see me. This man probably 30 something years old. And like for all I know, we talking about sex on the phone. We doing all these things like I'm just so disgusting. I was fast. And but I wasn't out there doing nothing, y'all. I didn't do nothing. Mm-hmm. I was just on the phone doing stuff. On the phone talking about stuff. But that was it. And I never, ever, ever to this day got to see him. Never. Yes, please check your kids. Yeah, check what they on. Check what they on, because this little websites, these little cartoon websites, you don't be knowing they be doing sexual stuff on there. Because it was a couple little anime. But listen, I was just curious as a child, so I was just looking into things, and I could always figure out the password on the TV to find the dirty channels. So it's like, listen,
we doing the same thing.
it was curious children. That's all it was. It was harmless. I didn't do anything. I didn't lose my virginity until I was like 19. So we good. So. I'm just saying, I never, still to this day, never saw this man. And it irks my nerves just because I just want to know. I just want to know if you were the person that you say you were. Which I'm sure you weren't because you fought so hard for me to not see you. He swear he had no phone that didn't have a camera on it. I'm like, sir, I'm younger than you and my phone has a camera on it. So I know you have one. Like, he had no video. No. He saw me. I sent him a video of me, but I never saw him. Nothing. I was just like, this is what I look like. That was it. And never saw him, not once. to this day. And I'm just like, F that nigga. And then the catfish people, they said he answered the phone, but then once they said who they was, he was like, no, I gotta go. And they couldn't get in touch with him no more after that. So it was like, okay, it's all good.
That's crazy.
It's all good.
Got
Whoever you are out there, F you. Wherever you are out there, if that was even your real name, his name was Carlos Jackson. I'm glad you never met him. His name was Carlos Jackson. Don't ever, yeah.
That man was
if you out there listening,
a predator.
F you. And I mean
crazy.
that.
Where did he live? He lived close to you?
Who knows? He said he saw me one time. And like, he said, I saw you out with your grandma one time. And I was like, what? What? He said he saw me. But I was like, but you didn't think to come talk to me? Because he said I was already in my truck. I was with my uncle and we were going somewhere. What? Like, somebody that you talk to every day, every minute, and you didn't think to come find me and say, hey? Like, but I was young and naive then. I didn't think about it now that, okay, that was really weird. Like, that was really weird. But then it was perfectly normal to me. I was like, oh, it makes sense. No, it did not. So, ladies, please.
Man, a lot of things make sense when somebody tell you something when you, like, in love with them.
Yes, everything made sense. I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's cool that he don't, come around. It's okay. Even when I'm having full-blown arguments with him, somebody I never saw.
What? At 14.
What were you
like, you know what I'm saying?
Good question. What was he arguing? I don't even remember what was arguing, but I just remember
Exactly, what the fuck?
He would get mad that I would, like, go do things. I think, like, he would be mad that I was like, oh, I'm going to, like, a dance or something like that. And it's like, what are you going to a dance for? And da-da-da-da. And would literally cuss me out. And I would be like, literally cuss me out. Like, you being a fucking thought. And all of a sudden, you being a fucking hoe. And all of a sudden, like, all these different things. Like, you just trying to be out here shaking your ass in front of dudes and stuff. Like, will make me feel bad for wanting to go. And it was just like,
he was toxic. He wasn't even around. Yeah, toxic masculinity.
So did you actually, like, not go to a dance because of
one time I didn't go because I was too busy arguing with him the whole night. No, it was crazy. It was like, that was the type
It's
of...
hard to control bitches in person.
I'm in control of my imaginary nigga. Yo, listen, I grew up different. Listen.
Wow.
That's what happens when girls grow up and they bully and they don't really get no male attention like that. They end up in catfish, toxic ass situations with people they don't even know.
That's what insecurities do to you. That's just insecurity.
Calling my daughter, don't believe me.
Call her and tell her.
Do it, baby.
Whatever little Johnny talking to you about at school, just, be nice to him and, have some conversation. Because if I would have had real male interaction, I'm pretty sure I never would have ended up dating a random person I did not know. So, I'm just saying.
Tell your truth, girl.
I'm just saying. I had to learn a lot in life.
I got a boyfriend. He just don't live around here.
Yeah. I literally would say that. Like, I have a boyfriend, yeah. He lives here, but I just don't see him that much.
All the other girls probably used to talk about you, but how you're...
They was confused. They was just really confused.
She got a boyfriend. I've never seen him.
It was so confusing.
You probably called him one time, like, listen, talk to him.
Right, say something. I did. Most of the times. I was like, this is him, yes. And he's like, hey, ladies, how's it going? Like, he would literally talk to them. It's just, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Talk to my cousin.
I guess.
He talked to Nene, I killed all of them. He talked to everybody in my family. Like, he knew these people, but didn't know them. It was so crazy.
I guess. Here you go. Strong.
Never again, y'all. I'm just saying.
Don't do that. Like, y'all out there, man.
Whoa.
These internet relationships, man. Don't trust.
Interesting life.
Be careful out there.
Yes, be careful out there.
I thought I got catfished another time, but she turned out to be who she was. So. But it was an online.
I ain't never catfished.
Started from a relationship. Started from an online conversation that led into a relationship. But she was really the person who was.
Well, that's good. Yeah. That's what the people need to be like. I don't understand why people are here faking, but people really are still doing that today. So, just watch yourself out there. Watch yourself, people. Be careful. Sure. And next week, for sure, we're going to start our matchmaking thing.
Are you start next week?
We're going to start next week.
Why
we can't start
have
next
somebody
week?
About you might need to plan a little bit.
Right, yeah. We got to brainstorm.
All right, fine. The week after next. We'll have a week after next then. But next week, we'll... Send us, actually, I'm going to post send us your questions that you want answered by the His and Hers duo. And we'll have a guest as well to weigh in on some things. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah, I want to get on this bonnet thing.
You want to get on what?
This bonnet thing everybody talking about.
Oh gosh, yeah. We should have. We'll definitely have someone to talk about that too.
But I feel like
it's about.
I don't know what you think about
it. It's a lot.
It's too much to have. Right,
it's a
real
lot
quick.
because I know his side. It's gonna be like it's a deeper side to it. So because we're like running low on time, like it's gonna be a thing where we're gonna touch on that next time for sure. Right. That and an interesting question that came across the table to me as well. Do you think shacking up is necessary before getting married? So we're gonna touch on that too next week because that was a really interesting thing for religious reasons, non-religious reasons as well.
I don't even think it's about religion. I think it's about, especially in today's time, I feel like I see why the term shacking up and where they get, why you would get that is the wrong thing to do from religious reasons. But I feel like in today's time, it's almost necessary because back then, the people in the house, we were going deep and I could expound on it a little better, but
okay.
Back then, women were groomed to be wives. Now they're not. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like there's a different dynamic of the type of relationship that one can expect when they're in a relationship. So now, because now we don't know what to expect. So you gotta be that close to a person to know what you're expected to get in the marriage. Because women aren't groomed to be wives now.
Hey, men aren't groomed to be husbands out here.
Not facts. Yeah.
So we're gonna make sure.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that because the thing about a husband was to provide. That was always the thing.
A lot of men ain't groomed to provide.
Get a good profession and provide. Like, but you could tell that by meeting a person. That's what I'm saying. Like you could tell if a man has provisions by meeting him. That's the first. These are the first things you're asking. This is the first date question. Right. What do you do? I'm just saying, like, based on just...
I get that. I get that. But it's like, a lot of things that I was seeing in the comments about it was that, it's more so, oh, you don't really know that person's habits. You don't know this, you don't know that, and stuff like that. You want to see if this person's going to aggravate the shit out of you before, you might... Something that might lead to divorce, like little pet peeves and things like that may lead to divorce, so you need to find these things out early. So we're going to dive, deeper into that for sure. Next
if
week.
a pet peeve leads to a divorce, you a petty motherfucker.
Hey, I've seen it. Like, I've seen divorce court where this guy was divorcing his wife because she had too much gas. Like, she literally had too much gas.
He petty. And I say that.
It's not petty. It could be something that really aggravates.
No, you backing. That's petty. You're divorcing her because she had gas.
He was dead ass. He was like, I'm tired of she got too much gas. I'm tired of her farting. I'm tired of
her.
I'm tired of everything.
All I'm saying is, right. All I'm saying is,
and
if you're
all she
divorcing
could do was laugh.
over petty things, you're shallow and insecure and a petty
but
person.
That's something he maybe should have found out in the beginning before he started. You can find out some of this stuff by staying overnight for at least a week at somebody's house. Like, if you can't figure this out within that time frame, they're really good at hiding themselves. So ladies, when you're staying over, don't hide yourselves. Wipe your makeup off and show them what they're getting. Take them wigs off and show them what they're getting. So that way it ain't no surprises later. Thank you. And men, take them toupees off and unspray your beards so we know what we're getting. Like, unspray the hairlines and wipe off the topics so we know what we're getting. We don't need no surprises. Wipe off your airbrushed abs and we'll take off our eyelashes and our eyebrows and you'll know exactly what you're getting. Don't bring nothing false to the table and you not worry about it.
But all right, so you took it from the physical standpoint, and I'm even
because I've heard a lot of divorce with that too.
And I'm gonna take it a little further.
Oh, but we're gonna do that next week.
I'm gonna take it a little further about what it is like. You gotta strip away all those things. Like she's saying, literally strip naked and stand in front of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm saying, you have to do that with your emotions and your vulnerabilities too. Like
that's true.
That's the only way a relationship works. You can't be hiding those things as well. Because those are things people hide too. You may on the outside look beautiful, right? Mm-hmm. Men and women, but on the inside be fucked up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all those things are things that you have to strip away to be in a relationship, period. Like, to be in any relationship. There's some things, like, sometimes when you have business relationship, you got to be able to be vulnerable and to show strength or to show, to guide or to, you know what I'm saying? Like, to lead and to teach. Like, you have to do all those things. So, that goes hand in hand. Like, you can't be, like, it's not only like people like to say toxic masculinity, but there's toxic other behaviors too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like toxic insecurities. There's toxic, like you could run away with an idea. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people like have a false reality really in their head. There's some people out here that really don't even know who they are, so they don't even know what they're seeing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so everything they see looks away because they don't know who they are. And because they feel away on the inside, everything they look at from anybody feels like it's an attack.
Right, and that's something that's deeper that we gotta go into a whole different thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
So,
you know what I'm saying? But that's the first thing in relationships. That's the first thing I'm going after. I don't lead with, oh, you look good or you da-da-da. I try to get to know who you are here and here first. And then if that looks like something I can deal with, then I'll go. But if it don't, then I'll be like...
as everyone should. Everybody make sure you're digging deep, finding out what you need to know. And we're going to tap into all of that next week for sure. And you happy to be back?
I'm happy to be back.
All
right.
Happy
to be back?
Yes.
This season 2, baby.
Season 2.
Y'all see the new setup?
Listen, this is what I had to deal with all the time.
I'm playing. But this has been another episode.
Yes.
First episode of season 2.
Boom.
And of His and Hers. It's your boy Nikon Don.
It's Jasmine Tranai.
This is powered by New Mainstream. Make sure y'all go download that app.
And make sure you follow us on the gram at Nikon Don, at Jasmine Tranai.
Yeah.
Boom.
You can follow me anywhere, Nikon Don. Google it. No, I'm playing.
I'm done.